NFL conspiracy or cold reality? Breaking down Shedeur Sanders' draft fall. Hall of Fame running back Eric Dickerson sparked controversy this week by claiming the NFL tried to make an example out of Shedeur Sanders during the 2025 draft. Speaking on AM 570's Rogan and Rodney show, Dickerson said league officials instructed teams not to draft Sanders, who slid from a projected first-rounder to the fifth round before Cleveland selected him at number 144. According to Dickerson, the Browns only picked Sanders after receiving a call reversing the earlier message. They were going to have him not get drafted to basically show you this is what happens when you do this, said Dickerson. I mean, look, the NFL's got all kinds of power, they do all kinds of stuff. You know it and I know it too. Why did Shedeur Sanders fall to round 5? NFL insider debate heats up. Others in NFL circles, however, push back on the idea of a conspiracy. Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated told the Dan Patrick Show that most teams simply didn't view Sanders as a first-round prospect, despite early projections. While scouts once floated him as a potential number 1 overall pick, his draft stock dipped over the year. Bleacher Report's final big board, for instance, had him ranked 23rd. I always think these sorts of conspiracies are a little overdone, said Breer. I don't think there was any conspiracy here. I think it's relatively simple what happened. I think the great majority of NFL teams did not view him as a first-round prospect contrary to what had been out there for the year previous. And then I think what happens is once you get past the first round, you look at the history over the years, not a lot of quarterbacks go in the second or third rounds. Some evaluators also cited non-football factors. One executive pointed to Deion Sanders' outspoken presence as a negative, while a longtime coach told NFL Network that Shedeur had a disastrous pre-draft interview, calling it the worst formal interview I've ever been in. Critiques included poor body language, taking unnecessary sacks, and struggles to play on time. Ultimately, Breer argued Sanders' slide came down to football fit and perception, with many coaches wanting a backup QB who could blend into the furniture, something Sanders' star power doesn't allow. For now, Sanders is focused on proving himself in Cleveland. He flashed talent in his preseason debut, 138 yards, 2 TDs versus Panthers, before an oblique injury sidelined him. With veteran Joe Flacco named starter, Sanders is competing with Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett for a backup role.